Hi, this is Tina. I am here with Christina Earls. Christina just received a donation of a 2003 Oldsmobile Silhouette. Christina, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Milwaukee, and I moved to Sheboygan back in 1991.
Okay.
And I lived here till 1995, and I moved to Tennessee, lived there for a few years, moved back in 2005 to Sheboygan, and been here ever since.
Ever heard of Van Horn? Been to either of our stores?
I've heard of Van Horn.
Okay.
I definitely have heard of them. I have some friends that have actually bought vehicles from Van Horn.
Awesome.
So,
good things to say?
yes, wonderful things to say, actually.
Okay.
And I myself have never actually even tried to go looking for a new car.
Right.
So I haven't been here myself. So, but yes, I have heard, and I've heard wonderful things actually. And they've been loyal customers for years.
Okay.
It's not just one car; they've been through series of cars.
Awesome. That's always good to hear. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what brought all of this about?
Well, Sunday night, early Monday morning, approximately between 2 and 2:30 in the morning, I had been sleeping, but apparently a bunch of kids were driving around, 4 young adult males, driving around in a vehicle, and decided to come into my yard, stop in front of my house, come into my yard, and 3 of them got out and decided to flip my car over onto its roof and completely totaling my vehicle. My neighbor next door saw them flipping the vehicle and got on the phone with the police right away. Unfortunately, by the time the police got there, they were gone, but at least he got a description of the vehicle because it was so dark you couldn't see the license plate or the guys, what they looked like.
Right.
And actually, I was getting up to get a drink of water. Nobody had even come to me yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the police lights in my window, my kitchen window, and I was like, what's going on? Being nosy, and I looked, and I couldn't really see anything because of the spotlights.
Right.
I knew there was 3 vehicles, 3 police cars out there, and I saw a bunch of people out there talking to them. So being nosy, I decided to go out on my porch, and I stepped out on my porch, and I looked in my parking spot in my driveway, where my car was not there, and I'm like, where's my car? And I look over to the side on the grass. My car is completely flipped over on its roof, and I just started freaking out, I was crying.
I can only imagine. I can only
It was the most
imagine.
horrible feeling. It was a total violation. It felt like I can't explain how it's been an emotional roller coaster with that because it was so horrible to see that.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why anyone would do something like that and think that it's funny.
Right.
Because it isn't.
No, not at all.
People's lives that way.
Absolutely. Tell me about the aftermath a little bit. Did you kind of know what you were going to do?
I had no idea what I was going to do at all.
Yeah. I think you told me you called a friend of yours and were able to borrow a car for a couple of days.
Yeah, I was going to, and that car ended up not running very well.
Okay.
So I couldn't use that. He came and picked it up again. And I had no way of knowing what to do, and my sister's getting married this weekend. We were supposed to be leaving tomorrow to go, and I had no idea of how we were going to get there, if we were going to be able to go. And
that's kind of where I stepped in, huh?
That's when you came to my door and just gave me the most amazing news ever that you guys were donating a car to me, and I didn't believe it at first. I was just like kind of like, what?
Little in shock.
I was completely in shock. I was still in shock, I think, a few hours after you left.
Oh, sure.
After we had talked and you told me the wonderful, most amazing news ever, and after you left, I got in the house and I was jumping around and my kids were laughing at me like, what is wrong? What is going on? Because Mom doesn't do that. So, and I told them, and my daughter started crying, and she was just like, oh my gosh, we can't believe this. And
yeah,
it was like a gift from God. It was like an angel, was sent to me, and it was amazing.
We're so happy to be a part of it. So when you got to the dealership today, you had 3 cars to choose from: Pontiac Montana, a Dodge Neon, and the Oldsmobile Silhouette. Which one did you choose?
I chose the Oldsmobile Silhouette. It's more practical. I have a family.
Yep.
I'm a mom. I transport kids back and forth. I have a grandson, 4-year-old grandson Andre, and it's big, it's roomy, it rides wonderfully. It's perfect for my family, and it has everything I need.
And we had a few other surprises for you, did we not?
Oh yes, most definitely. You guys gave me the 1 year of the service and the maintenance, and then the insurance.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sue Birchbach Fenn of American Family Insurance in Sheboygan has been generous enough to donate insurance for liability insurance coverage for you for 1 year,
yeah.
free of charge. So, I gotta say, I'm right there with you. I think
God
God is really working in your favor.
Most definitely. I'm truly, truly blessed, and it's an amazing feeling that it's amazing. All these people care so much, and there is a lot of good out in the world still, and especially in Plymouth and in Sheboygan. There's still a lot of wonderful, wonderful people around.
I can certainly attest to that, and I have to say, as a part of the Horn Automotive Group, I'm so pleased to be a part of this whole thing. It's truly, truly amazing. And it's wonderful to see that big smile on your face.
Yes, I don't think it'll go away anytime soon.
Christina, it's been a pleasure meeting you and a pleasure working with you through this whole thing. I hope you'll put out the good word about Van Horn
everybody about Van
and
Horn.
Sheboygan County Budget Auto.
Family, everyone. Definitely, most definitely.
And thank you for sitting down for the interview with me today.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Say bye to the folks out there.
Bye.
Bye.